Vince Gilligan returns to prestige TV with Pluribus 3 years after Better Call Saul ended the Breaking Bad verse, and the first reviews are incredibly strong. Pluribus has achieved a rare 100% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Once again set in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the show follows the most miserable person on Earth who must save the world from a global virus that rendered everyone relentlessly optimistic. The review embargoes are strict, and unsurprisingly, most critics remain tight-lipped about Gilligan's new sci-fi drama that premiered its first 2 episodes on Apple TV, on November 7, 2025. But the near-unanimous consensus is that Pluribus is yet another achievement for Apple TV's extensive library of stellar sci-fi television, and Pluribus was even endorsed by Bob Odenkirk as the next Severance. Unsurprisingly, Rhea Seehorn delivers an incredible performance. Although we don't know much surrounding the plot of Pluribus, we do know it's essentially a one-woman vehicle, and Vince Gilligan is on record for writing the role specifically for Rhea Seehorn. During Better Call Saul's run, Seehorn stunned viewers by matching Bob Odenkirk's Saul Goodman performance. Across the board, Better Call Saul was repeatedly snubbed at the Emmys, but Seehorn in particular was overlooked for 2 supporting actress nominations. That's why it was so exciting when Seehorn was announced as the Pluribus lead, and the most common praise among critics is her performance as Carol Sturcker, a deeply miserable historical romance author. Shuffle through any Pluribus review and Rhea Seehorn will commonly be cited as the standout element to the sci-fi drama's success. This time she'll likely receive an Emmy nom for Outstanding Actress in a Drama Series. Will this be her first overdue win? Vince Gilligan's early career work on The X-Files is even more refined. Yes, that's Bryan Cranston in The X-Files in the above image, and yes, one X-Files episode helped make Breaking Bad. Although most fans associate Vince Gilligan with anchoring 2 of the best shows of all time, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, you might not know that his first TV writing credit began on The X-Files. Gilligan wrote 30 episodes of the hit sci-fi procedural alongside executing producer and director credits. Vince Gilligan's creative legacy might always be tethered to crime dramas, but he's no stranger to sci-fi. And common highlights of Pluribus cite that he's right at home in the genre that launched his career. However, inspirations for Pluribus fall less in line with The X-Files and more in line with The Twilight Zone. Gilligan's favorite show, Will Forte's The Last Man on Earth, and one of the best sci-fi movies ever made. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. As a giant fan of the Cold War paranoia philosophical themes in the 1954 Invasion of the Body Snatchers and the 1978 remake, I couldn't be more excited for Pluribus. Pluribus is surprisingly funny despite its sci-fi drama label Moviestills DB. Ask anyone what they love about Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul and the conversation likely centers on the thrilling intensity and character descent from hero to anti-hero. No doubt, that's the defining hook of these crime dramas. But Gilligan balances those high stakes with moments of levity, like Slip-Pin Jimmy's relentless efforts to ruin Howard Hamlin's life, or Jesse Pinkman's iconic quote, "Yeah, science bitch." It sounds like Pluribus includes Gilligan's signature humor as well. Gilligan is fascinated by everyday life and often depicts his characters completing mundane tasks. These scenes are paired with humor, and much of that effect is achieved through his handling of the camera. Pluribus shares pacing similarities with Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Copyright symbol Apple TV Plus, a courtesy Everett Collection. The most striking similarity between Pluribus and the Breaking Bad verse is the Albuquerque, New Mexico setting. While there's no indication that Pluribus exists within the same universe, and it likely doesn't, Gilligan apparently peppers Easter eggs to his most famous shows for eagle-eyed viewers to discover. Gilligan's slow, deliberate pacing comes from his penchant for lingering on images, both zoomed in and out. It's a stylistic decision he credits to Stanley Kubrick, believing that the first image the audience sees should stick with them long after the episode. The pizza on the roof visual or the pink teddy bear in the pool image are just 2 of many examples, and it sounds like Gilligan employs the same intimate attention to his scene structure in Pluribus. Don't be intimidated by the slow burn, it's completely rewarding from start to finish. The pacing of Pluribus is also the common negative I noticed that divided critics. Pluribus sounds like it demands your patience. The plots within episodes don't move at alarming speed, nor do the answers to the season's early questions. The slow burn pacing will likely be the deciding factor to stick around or dip. I imagine that network TV fans of procedurals that employ rapid dialogue to speed along scenes will be the most turned off by Gilligan's style, and that's not a knock on those types of shows. Gilligan is more cinematic and deliberate with visual storytelling, demanding the viewer to actually watch the show rather than treat it like background noise while scrolling through feeds on your phone. The same was true of Breaking Bad's early seasons before season 4 and 5 went balls to the wall, and even more so for Better Call Saul, which was much more of a character study than the former.